Alright boys and girls, you join me as I welcome my girlfriend Aline to the sky in another video here on LewDix Aviation.
Welcome to the sky.
We're heading into the traffic pattern today at Orlando Executive Airport. That wasn't the original plan though. I'm making two videos from this, and in the other one, Aline rates my landings.
7.2! Are you
It's a boatload of fun. Make sure you subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss that one. But in this one, Aline is going to try her hand at landing the aircraft. This should be interesting.
You want to try one? So what we're going to do is I'll be with you. Move the seat forward. Further forward. All the way forward. You've got to go further forward. That's as far forward as it goes. You're just very small. Okay. You need a cushion. All I need you to do is we're going to keep it level here. So you see the horizon? Keep that where it is. Kind of just look outside and inside. Make sure the correct thing. You might need to come up a little bit. Down, that's up.
Ah, mas a gente tá indo pra baixo.
Oh, you're fine. So the wings, there you go, bring them level.
Extend your downwind, I'll call your base for departure.
Extend the downwind, 0 Michael. Alright, so yeah, just continue doing this for now. We won't bother with the slow thing. So outside and then look inside, making sure everything's okay where you need it to be. You're good. Outside again.
We are in the crossing, Alpha.
That's called the scan. Scanning.
Runway 7 full length, nice one.
So now that's supposed to be on the 0, so that gives you the indication that the nose is too low, so you've got to pull it back a little bit. I'll give you a little bit of power as well. Again, you're controlling the plane is not controlling you. Only going to do what you tell it to.
Eu não vejo mais o horizonte, vou ter que ficar assim.
Well, that's because the nose is high, right? So now that you've pushed the nose, it's back in view again.
Ficar errado.
Mike Alpha, base your discretion, runway 7, clear touch.
Hold on. And base our discretion, clear touch and code, 0 Mike Alpha. Alright, so I'm going to pull that back, I'm going to give you 10 degrees of flaps. Turn that way. We're going to go that way, we're going to go. I'm going to give you some trim. So now we want to start a descent at 80 knots. So you're going to let the nose come down. Just actually, what you're doing now is perfect.
Number 2, follow Skyhawk. You're number 2, follow.
So now you see the runway?
On the base,
So we're going to go towards it. So kind of doing what you're doing now. I'm going to bring it full flap so you can feel this.
November 8 to Alpha, follow that.
So we need to bring that nose just like it is, like this here. You want to look at a point on the runway and just keep the nose on that point. Then once we get low enough, when I tell you, you're going to move your eyes and look at the end and hold your nose to it. So it's going to take a little bit of pressure to pull back. So don't be afraid to kind of pull it back. I'll be here with you. But what you're doing at the moment is beautiful. The nose is pointed towards the runway, right? Looking really nice. So now it's going a little bit low. It's not pointing to the runway anymore. So pull it up a little bit. There you go. Just like that. Small correction, just like that. Perfect. We're at full flaps.
Mas não tá muito baixo.
A little bit now, it's a little bit too low, so bring the nose up. There you go. That's going to raise us up as I add a little bit of power. Now, you can go back towards the runway. In fact, keep this. What you're doing now is perfect, and just fight. If it's trying to go left and right, just make sure you keep those wings level. Now it's too high, so you've got to push the nose down. There you go. Perfect. Airspeed's fine. Just keep playing with it. Keep playing with it. So now, I want you to start looking towards the end of the runway, and you're just going to hold the nose to it, okay? So start pulling back a little bit towards the end of the runway. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. More. Oh!
Que medo.
Nice. My controls.
Your controls.
My controls. Full power. We roll. Woohoo!
Yes, my first landing.
First landing.
Woo! Qual a minha nota?
Don't take this personally, but...
Oh, please.
No, I mean it. You're one of the worst I've ever heard in my life.
No, so what I saw there, if you realised I had to kind of shake the control a little bit for you to pull back, I don't know, you tell me, did you kind of freeze up a little bit? Yeah, and that's normal. When you don't know really, you know, how things look and what you're doing.
Você não sabe absolutamente nada.
Ah, cool.
Nice, very good. Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Once we'd set that pitch attitude towards the end of the runway as you were looking at it, once because I kind of helped you a little bit, I took my hands off and you held it there, and you just let the aeroplane settle when it wants to settle down. You just have to keep that picture.
Mas eu achei difícil. Eu não sei se também só porque eu sou uma franga. mas tem que fazer uma forcinha pra...
Yeah, it does. It takes a little bit. This time, give it a little bit more force. Now, that doesn't mean whoa!
Sabe qual que é o problema? Porque...
Yeah, you
não.
Contact 600 Mike Alpha, midfield.
Number 294, you can turn base. Number 1, runway 7, clear touch and go.
Number 1, runway 7, clear touch and go. Are we, 294.
0 Mike Alpha, I'm going to need you to extend for sequence Cherokees on a 5-mile final.
Not a problem, we'll extend 600 Mike Alpha.
I'll get us onto the final and you can kind of take over. But it's good though, the landing is the most difficult part of what we do, in my opinion. Like, it takes the students the longest thing to learn, because it's never the same from one time to the next. One time you may have calm winds, the next time you might have a wind pushing you around. Long runways, short runways, wide runways, thin runways, it all looks different, so your perception and how to judge it. For example, if you've got a wide runway, you may think that you are lower than you actually are because it looks wider. On a thin runway you look higher, which means you may come in lower because you think you're too high. So all these different visual illusions that you have to learn about.
É muita coisa.
You know, if you tell someone you're a pilot, oh, what airline do you fly for? Well, no, I'm just a private pilot. And they'll say, oh, and they don't really think you're a real pilot. You are. All of the training that you...
0 Mike Alpha, that Cherokee's 11 o'clock and 2 miles.
Still looking, 0 Mike Alpha.
They might still be in the clouds, so just keep that heading. They're at 1,400, so based on the PIREPs, they should be dropping out of that pretty soon.
They just dropped out, got them in sight, 0 Mike Alpha.
0 Mike Alpha, roger, follow that traffic, number 2, clear touch and go.
Roger, number 2, clear touch and go, 0 Mike Alpha, thanks.
Everything that you learn up until you get to an airline, all the fundamentals come back to this type of flying. On an approach, how to maintain speeds is exactly what you do in your initial training. So if you don't have a good foundation, if you don't have a good instructor for the private level, or any level really, you're putting yourself behind everything. You really need a good foundation. I've flown with people before that have come in and they don't know how to do a certain thing that you're supposed to know and be proficient on in the private level, and they'll tell me like, oh yeah, we never really focused on that, and it's like, it's infuriating that there's instructors that won't really care about students. We're creating the next generation of pilots that are going to be flying people around.
Especialmente por isso, porque são muitas vidas sobre a sua responsabilidade.
Yep. You do get the people that just want to do it for a hobby, which is fine, but even so, we all share the same airspace, so why would we not be training them up to a really high standard? Can you see the aircraft ahead of us? Yes, that's a Piper. The wings low on the fuselage, which is what type of position?
Right type of position.
The right type of position, the correct placing. Alright, Fofinha. Your controls.
Number 3,
My controls.
Your controls. So same thing, we're keeping the nose on the runway, so pick a point on the runway and aim for it.
See?
Now what's happened?
Purple, it's so difficult.
But you can't see the runway, right?
3004.
So make it so you can see the runway. There you go. You flew the plane. The plane doesn't fly you.
Yeah, but it's turtle.
Number 5, Foxtrot Hotel,
Like
you can
this.
resume the night
Fix
1
it.
departure, that Cessna's in the crosswind.
Night 1, 5 Fox Hotel.
There you go. There you go. We're going to go full flaps.
And contact departure.
There you go. If you need help, I'll kind of help you out with the trim there. Right, go hands off.
Number 81 Kilo, left turn 1 April, ground
So it is
4.
going down a little bit, so there we go. Hands on.
Left to enable, ground point 4, 81 Kilo.
Number 4, Foxtrot
Pick a
Alpha,
point.
that
You got a
Cessna's
point on the
left,
runway?
Base your discretion, runway 7, clear touch and
Yeah.
go.
There you go. Just keep the nose on it. Keep the nose on it. Anticipate. Anticipate those. Push it down
Number
a little bit.
296, follow that Skyhawk ahead of you, number 3,
There
clear
you
touch
go.
and go.
And just remember, at a certain point when I tell you, move your eyes and just pull the nose back to it. I'll be here with you. We're looking good so far. A little bit wobbly, but it's okay. You're correcting it.
It's so weird.
Number 294,
Beautiful.
follow
There you go.
company
Corrected
at
it.
12 o'clock, runway.
Keep the nose coming down to the
Number
runway.
4,
Keep it
clear
coming
touch and
down. Speed's okay.
Runway 7,
Keep it
number 4,
coming
clear touch
down.
and go, and traffic is
Beautiful.
inside at 12, moving to 11.
So now move your eyes to the end. Pull it back to the end. Pull it back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. Just hold it. Hold it. Now pull back more. More. You froze.
That was terrible.
We'll give that a 3. Mic controls.
Air control.
Mic controls. So, again, in that last little moment, froze again, because you weren't really pulling back. But it's okay. You did one good one, one bad one. It's fine. It's alright.
No.
50%.
Não, quem fez isso? Uma foi
Me,
ótima.
I did. So did the people. Let us know in the comments.
Não, as duas foram ótimas, na verdade.
Well.
It's always fun to teach someone with zero experience whatsoever how to land. It gives them a new appreciation for what we do as pilots. For a first timer, I think Aline did a great job, so thank you to her for letting us watch along. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and enable those notifications so you don't miss our next video where Aline rates my landings. It's a good one. I'll see you next time.